Hey guys, Anders here with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Global Labs patch notes and go over all the changes. The biggest change this patch is the Central Market Quality of Life update. You can now buy more items at once than before. However, it is not just a simple batch buying increase. The item will need to be in stock past a certain quantity to allow you to buy in bigger batches. As an example is Caphras. The purchase limit per transaction is 100 at a time right now. With this change, it will become 300 at a time only if there are more than 300 sitting on the market. If the item is sold out or on order, the limit you can order does not increase. Now, I should say this is not the case for all the items, just certain categories and specific high volume items in the market. Some things like sweet honey wine, where the purchase limit right now is 10 at a time, that's going to change to 50 at a time no matter the amount on the market. Over 1,300 items have been changed, so I'll have a full list once this goes live for us in about 2 weeks. Now, speaking of items, we now have the Godr-Eyed or God offhand introduced. It works exactly the same way as the main and awakening weapons. You have a Tet Blackstar offhand and you can exchange that for a base God offhand. The rates of enhancement are the same. Since we now have the God weapons, are you guys actually liking the shadow look, or were you kind of hoping like me for a more purple glow? I still like the shadow look on some weapons, but let me know what you think in the comments. Cron meals have also changed. They now have a cooldown of 10 seconds. The reason for this is to avoid the hassle of having to wait 30 minutes if you accidentally use a simple cron meal when you meant to use an exquisite or a seafood cron meal. Now, to prevent the health XP level spamming, they've added a new effect icon called Satiated or Full. This effect lasts 30 minutes and prevents health XP increases from eating food. I like the change, but I don't like adding more buffs or icons to the buff bar. It's getting crowded these days, so hopefully they address that in the future. Adventure logs have also received some major quality of life changes which will greatly benefit newer or returning players. You don't need a lot of the harder to find stuff now, and everything should be easier to complete. The tri-blue coral earrings, for example, that I remember were pretty hard to get, no longer required. Instead, we now have the cactum rings at tri as a requirement. Pretty easy to get in comparison to blue coral earrings. Sensible changes, I think, to keep the logs approachable and easy to complete for newer players. One really nice change for those running lowest optimal mode is the ability to see the trace effects in Arena of Solare. If you had effects down to 30%, you weren't actually able to see them, so that's been changed, thankfully. More short story quests have been added to Elton, Pampocrania, Heidel, and Calphian. Node wars and sieges, the coloring of the guilds and names have been changed to better identify each side. Looks pretty good. For balance changes, we received one minor change to Kunoichi Awakening's Chain Crash that nullifies crit increase and reduces monster damage on cooldown. And last but not least, the photo mode has been completely revamped. You can now change almost anything you want about the scene. The weather, day-night cycles, character poses, and even set different presets you want for styles you may need in the future, so you don't need to tweak it every single time. I know this is not necessarily a gameplay change, but it is impressive and great for those like me who rely on photo mode when making some more cinematic recordings for guides or even screenshots. And that's the Global Labs update for the week. Let me know what you guys thought about the patch in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.